One of the most important public health issues the United States is currently facing is obesity. With rates steadily climbing over the past few decades, the obesity epidemic in America has garnered widespread attention and concern. And in this video, we will delve deep into the roots and consequences of the obesity epidemic and examine its impact on American society. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Guys, so to understand the true size of the American obesity epidemic, we first need to understand what it really means to be overweight. Generally, doctors and nutritionists classify people as either underweight, at a healthy weight, overweight, or obese. These different classifications are determined by body mass index or a measure of body fat based on your height and weight. Let's say, for example, you were 5'9". Body mass index was below 18.5, you will be considered underweight. If your body mass index was 18.5 to 24.9, you would be considered to be at a healthy weight. If your body mass index was 25 to 29.9, you would be considered overweight. And if your body mass index was 30 or higher, you would be considered obese. The US Department of Agriculture reports that the average American ate almost 20% more calories in the year 2000 than they did in 1983. Thanks in part to a boom in meat consumption. Today, each American puts away on average 195 pounds of meat every year compared to just 138 pounds in the 1950s. Consumption of added fats also shot up around 2/3 over the same period, and grain consumption rose 45% since 1970. When it comes to fast food, I swear to God, you Americans just go crazy with it. This video shows the difference between UK portion sizes and American portion sizes.
These are our small fries in the paper bag.
Here is the small fry.
These are our medium fries in the iconic carton.
Here is the medium fry.
And then these are our large fries.
And here is...
And as you can clearly see, there's a very big difference. It is no surprise that larger portion sizes led to an increased caloric intake, an increase in pounds for many Americans who dine out on a regular basis. I feel like this makes up 11% of the average American diet. Guys, I'm talking from experience, right? I work at McDonald's here, and after you actually see how your food is prepared here, I can't lie, you're not gonna look at the food the same way. If I told you guys here what actually goes on behind the scenes, I swear down here, my McDonald's is gonna go out of business, bro. It's crazy what actually goes on behind the scenes. Following World War II, agricultural policy in the United States expanded. Farmers were able to grow food more cheaply by using fertilizers, pesticides and herbicides. And in the 1970s, the government began subsidizing farmers to grow more food. So in order to entice customers into the restaurants, owners serve up large portions so people believe that they are getting their food at a very good value. And while making this video, right, I was on some subreddits, right, where they're talking about American portion sizes, right, and every American that comes to Europe here, whether that be the United States or France, they are always complaining about European portion sizes. And when in actuality, your portion sizes are just too big and they serve you too much of what you actually really need. But on top of that though, lack of exercise has also been a major culprit in the obesity epidemic. It has been decades since most Americans worked in fields and on factory floors. And nowadays anyway, most Americans are sitting down when working. Just 20% of jobs today need at least moderate physical activity. Other research suggests that Americans burn 120 to 140 fewer calories a day than they did 50 years ago. Add this to the high amount of calories that they are packing in, and there's the perfect recipe for weight gain. On top of that, from what I've seen, high schools don't do enough to keep the youths fit. For example, right, that's how gym class used to look in the 1960s. Just look how shredded all these guys were. And it's probably because America was just still fresh out of war, so they needed all the youngers to be on their A game on some Captain America shit. But if we look at today, only 1 in 4 high school students get the recommended hour a day of physical activity, according to statistics from the American Heart Association. A 2015 study in experimental physiology found girls as young as 7 developed harmful changes in blood flow after 3 hours of uninterrupted sitting. Many schools have either limited or eliminated their physical education programs due to funding problems, with a greater focus on standardized test scores. Which I find so funny because Alpha Gen kids can't read right now. Like the dopamine receptors are fried, bro. Like Gen Alpha kids, they're cooked, bro. Even with programs in place, PE classes only provide 10 to 20 minutes of adequate exercise. So when it comes to what the food actually contains here, I swear down, America is a free-for-all. You guys just put anything and everything into your food. It's crazy. Like no word of a lie, yeah. The food that you guys got over there has got to be radioactive. Since the Industrial Revolution, the goals of food technology have predominantly been maximizing palatability, optimizing process efficiency, increasing shelf life, reducing cost, and improving food safety. Food processing techniques are constantly being optimized to minimize toxic compounds and toxicants such as lead, melamine, and aflatoxin. Other non-toxic additives are not thoroughly tested for their chronic, addictive, or cumulative effects on human physiology. For example, right, there are some ingredients that are legal in America but banned in Europe. If you guys don't know what potassium bromate is, it's basically an ingredient used to strengthen dough. However, there has been evidence that it may be toxic to human consumers, and it may even initiate or promote the development of tumors. And this is where it gets extremely messed up, because only a handful of corporations own every brand of food, and together they pull in about 500 billion in annual sales. And the thing is too, that the more unhealthy your population is, the more the medical industry profits from increased patients seeking medical attention. Honestly, right, I've never seen a government that preys on the downfall of their citizens like America, bro, I swear. And it's literally all in the name of money, bro. On top of that, the foods that contain processed and refined carbs such as potato chips, white bread, grain-based snacks, and crackers can increase your blood sugar levels to spike upon consumption. So the body releases more insulin in order to balance your sugar levels. This is probably why when you open a pack of chips, you can't seem to stop. Because after a few bites, your brain is telling you that you want more and more. And obviously, we already know that the more you eat, the more likely you are to become obese. The obesity in America is not just a health crisis. It is a societal challenge that demands our immediate attention, concerted efforts. While we have explored the roots, consequences, and impact of this epidemic, it is crucial to emphasize the need for collective action and personal responsibility. But anyway, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and share, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, yeah?